So the House of Representatives just voted for a bill to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. We're trying to figure out why anybody would want to waste their time on something like this, so we tried to chase down some Republicans to find out why they voted yes. Congressman, can I ask you about this Gulf of America thing? Why did you vote for that? Why do you care? Why not focus on the stuff that people care about?
I explained this in the Rules Committee. I was very clear about it. Why do Democrats care about their freaking pronouns and all their social media? Why do Democrats want to talk about birthing persons? Why do they? Because
yeah, but it's the Gulf of Mexico. It's called the Gulf of Mexico. Aren't you just doing Trump's bidding? Isn't that what this is?
Who are you?
My name is Jim Acosta. I'm a journalist here in Washington. I'm asking a question.
I know. And why are you focusing on this?
I'm asking you that question. Why? I mean, because you just spent the time of the House of Representatives to vote on something that people aren't going to call it Gulf of America. They're going to call it Gulf of Mexico.
Jim, what do you think we're spending time on today? Undoing the damage of the Biden administration, trying to save people's lives in Texas who are dying because of the Biden administration's policies.
What damage? The economy was moving in the right direction. Now the stock market is tanking.
Jim,
the economy is contracting.
Whose daughter was murdered by Tren de Aragua. Go talk to her about.
What does that have to do with Gulf of America, and what does that have to do with fixing the economy?
Well, because right now what we're doing is undoing the damage of the Biden administration, who was killing Americans, and by the way, who are damaging Americans with his ridiculous inflationary economy. That's the truth.
The inflation, as you know, the inflation numbers were moving in the right direction. You know that.
The inflation that was being driven up by Biden with their rampant spending was destroying the net worth of American people, destroying the dollar, and making it impossible for American people.
The fact of the matter is, you'll just vote for anything Trump says. Isn't that right?
Yeah, prove that.
I wanted to ask about stock trading.
Well, I just wanted to ask real quick about the Gulf of America bill. You voted for it, I suppose.
I voted for it.
And can I ask why?
I think it makes sense that indeed it's more of an American mileage than any other country. So I can see that positive.
Yeah, but don't you think it's kind of wasting time up here to do that sort of thing? Hey, Congressman, can we ask you for a second how you voted on the Gulf of America thing?
I voted yes.
You voted yes?
Yeah. And your colleague's in the middle of an interview, though. So
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Why did you care enough to vote on
in the middle of an interview? I think.
So you can't comment.
In 2 minutes, I can when we get done with this interview.
Okay, sure. We'll wait for you, sir. We're asking members of Congress here. Did you vote for the Gulf of America thing?
I did.
And why is that?
Well, I think if you look at the entire North American landmass, it includes both Canada, America, and Mexico, and the Gulf represents that, so it's a better name for it.
And why do you care? I mean, how many bills have been passed to lower prices for Americans?
I think we've passed a good number of bills to lower regulation from the Biden era that reduce prices.
I'm trying to ask folks why they voted for this Gulf of America bill. Did you vote for it?
I've got a lunch to go to. Glad to catch up if you want to come back to the office and catch up with me.
You can't answer that question, how you voted on it?
Glad to meet you back in the office. Thanks.
I'm just Congressman. It's just a simple question. Why you voted for it? We're happy to walk with you.
I'm glad to meet you back in my office. I'm late for lunch right now, so I'd like to be able to sit down and
I hear
talk to you about it.
Well, we can walk and talk here. Aren't a lot of you guys just doing what Donald Trump wants? Isn't that sort of the deal? And if you don't vote for the Gulf of America bill, you're going to get primary.
Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you, Congressman.